Another year, another ranking list. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone through yet another year in terms of this channel and Let's Plays, and boy, the amount of games I've beaten this year. Not just played, but beaten. Like, full blown, completed the whole story, all that. Or the arcade tower, all that. I mean, just look at all these. This is the who's who of games. So, like we did last year, we are going to rank these games by how good they were to play and how much fun I had playing them or how good the games were in general, you know? This year it's going to be a bit longer because, well, we got more games compared to last year. We got more. This was a difficult list to make. So, how we will do this is that we will rank by each game, by when I beat them, and we will put them in this list. Now, we're using a tier list because God forbid they have an actual ranking list from like a worst to best system. So, obviously, we got the normal tiers. We got excellent, we got good, meh, bad, and it's complete dog shit. However, this year, we're not just going to place them randomly. No, no, no. The best game of the year will be put at the very front of excellent, while the worst will be put at the very tail end of shit. And you'll know which ones are bad. With that said, I say we start with the first game on the list that we have beaten. Dexter's Laboratory, Mandark's Lab on the PS1. This game, it's a kid's game, right? No, that, but it's a short kids game. You can beat it in less than 2 hours, probably. Even on the hardest setting. But where would I rank it? Obviously, I used to play this game a lot as a kid, so it has a soft spot in my heart. So I'm not going to put it at bad, but I'm going to put it at mid. Solely because it was just not a long game to beat. It didn't take forever. It took like 4 parts. I'm not even joking. It only took 4 parts to beat this. So, Dexter's Laboratory, Mandark's Lab, the first game on the list, and it's meh. Next up, Nicktoons Attack of the Toybots. This game we have been playing since the start of the year. Actually, I believe we've been playing this game. I had played this game since 2023, and then we beat it in 2024, so that's why I couldn't make the list in last year's list. Did I have fun with this game? No, I did not have fun with this game. Solely because platforming felt impossible. It felt like it was moving too fast, and even as a kid's game, just felt stupid. This just proves that the Nicktoons games were on decline. I did not like Attack of the Toybots. I know I said in like my mini review on TikTok that it was okay. I changed my mind. Looking back on it, it was dreadful to play. Especially the Wii port. Bad game. I put it bad. Got 2 games in. Attack of the Toy Bots, bad. Tekken 8. A game that we technically are still playing, but by the time this tomorrow happens, sure, the last two character episodes will take place Wednesday and Friday in the new year. However, those videos will be recorded on a Tuesday, aka the 31st. So, technically, I'll have this whole game beaten. Shit. I'll have this whole game beaten within 2024. So, we started on a high note with this game in the excellent tier, as the story mode was fun. The character episodes are funny. Even the DLC expansion pack on the story with Heihachi Mishima returning was fun, though short. So this game, Tekken 8, excellent. Probably the perfect fighting game for players. That's how I describe Tekken 8. The perfect fighting game. And so far we are looking at this list, and I must say, I am not regretting any decision. Then we get to Watchmen, The End is Nigh Part 1. This game, based on the Watchmen movie. You heard that right. Not the comics, the movie. Because this came out around the same time as the Zack Snyder film. This game, you play as either Rorschach or Night Owl. And it controls bad. Even on keyboard controls, my controller wouldn't work, so I had to play on Massive Keyboard. It controls terribly. Not only that, but it's like frame rates kept dropping. I fell through the floor one time, and not to mention, the game is just a boring mess. Shit tier. Shit tier. For The End is Nigh. And then the part 2 came out. Which, no. No. Bad. Bad. Stay there. You stay there. You're the worst one. Because not only was part 2 worse than part 1, but somehow it ran more slower, and at least in part 1, I got to play as Rorschach. When I tried playing as Rorschach in part 2, I got stuck because Night Owl refused to do something. So, had to completely reset, and Night Owl controls worse. The frame rates drop worse. It is just an overall bad game. That's Watchmen, The End is Nigh. Oh, God. I needed that. Spawn Armageddon. Now, many may say I did not beat this game. However, I did on stream. It's just I lost the VOD. Yeah, I lost the VOD. That was not nice. Losing the VOD. So how was Spawn Armageddon on the PS2? It was fun. It was a fun little Spawn. It's the best Spawn game I've played because it's the only Spawn game I've played. Full honesty, it's the only Spawn game I've played. And it was fun. You had Keith David doing the voice of Spawn. You had everything was right about this. Everything. So it's going in the good tier. It was a hack and slash game. It was a neat little hack and slash. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Now, I did have the compilation pack. I did, so that's how I was able to play this. So the arcade game It's a neat little short arcade game. Come on, what do you want me to say? It was neat, short. I cheated and got more lives somehow. Accidentally, might I add. I didn't know I was giving myself more lives until later on when it said press start and I just kept giving myself lives. But it was a fun little arcade experience. Fun for everyone. It's good. And then Turtles in Time, which, oh boy. I mean, it's good too. Not as good as the first in terms of how well it played, but it's still a good game. Like, it's not meh, it's still good. So, Turtles in Time was fun. Teen Titans on the PS2, a game I did not know existed until I saw a copy of it. And then I bought it. And then I played it. I played it on the PS2 and really enjoyed it. So it's looking like it's going right there. Sure, you could say that it gets boring from. Actually, I'll put it right there. You could say it gets boring from points, but hey, it's Teen Titans. The humor makes it better. Okay? It really does. The humor of Teen Titans, the original show, is still here in this game. The one everyone loves. MacPixel. Old school YouTube game. PewDiePie had played this game. This is a game. It was just weird, but it's the good kind of weird, man. Put it right there. Because it's the good kind of weird. Literally. I don't know why MacPixel likes peeing and putting bombs in places, but he just does. You know? I'm not going to question it. I'm not. And then we get to MacPixel 3, and you may be wondering, where's MacPixel 2? Well, the whole story of the third game is finding MacPixel 2. It's like how Thanksgiving was. You know the Thanksgiving films? Where it went to the first film and then all of a sudden skipped to 3, and then the whole story of the 3 was about the second one. So yeah. I enjoyed this more than Turtles in Time. So I'll put it right there, MacPixel 3. I just didn't enjoy it better than Teen Titans. I still prefer the first MacPixel game, but MacPixel 3 was still enjoyable. You know. WWE 2K24. I played the My Rises. Last year, I think I put 2K23 in meh. This year, it's going high meh. The women's story was fun. It was the best story this year around. Last year, the men had the standout story. This year, it's the women with the I think it was the Unleashed story. It was called, where literally it was just a lot more fun coming from an indie fed and going up to the main roster and all that. Compared to the men's, which is just you're undefeated. You're unbeaten. You lose literally like one time. And that's to Cody in War Games. The only time you lose. I'm not joking. And then it all ends with you facing Roman at the end in the men's. So high meh this year. Enjoy Cody on the cover, and yeah. Octodad, Dadliest Catch. Despite the controls that could be rage inducing, and back when I was a kid, I did see Markiplier play this game. So I didn't go into this game completely blind. I still know about it, and I thought it was going to be difficult. I'm putting it back here because it turns out it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Literally, only one part was pretty difficult. That was like I don't even want to say it was the fucking tower. It was the fucking boat, the cruise ship that you face the chef on. Yeah, that's literally and also the shark tank. Those are literally the only difficult things, apart from the difficult controls, which they were supposed to be difficult to begin with. So Octodad is going in the back of good. So far, we got a lot of good games here. Scooby Doo First Fright. Oh boy. This was. I'm putting it bad. I'm sorry. I was going to put it meh, like in the very back of meh, but then thinking back on it is like, yeah, this game is just pretty boring. And no matter who you pick at the end of the because you get to pick who you think the villain is. And then if you get it wrong, it doesn't matter. All you do is like it'll show like there's no other endings. Like it's always the same person. And if you don't get it right, then tough shit. You're not getting the mask from that stage until you go back and get it right. So it's at the front of bad, but it's like in that middle line between meh and bad. If I could put it right in the center, I would, but I'll put it at bad, sadly. The Bourne Conspiracy. This game is a Jason Bourne game. I'm putting it right here. Because despite it being a Jason Bourne game and being pretty fun, actually, the frame rates could use a bit of work. The combat, like the hand-to-hand combat's like not great, honestly. You're better off doing range. But the story is fun, though very shaky cammed. You know what? Now that I say that, back of meh. Now that I say that out loud, back of meh. Like I said, I played on the PS3 too, so the frame rate was like very choppy. Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion. This was on last year's list. However, this time around I played the arcade towers, and they were kind of boring. There were some good ones in there, so I don't want to put it in bad, but it was far, far from ideal. So, Punch Time Explosion, the arcade towers at least, are going in meh. And besides, there's always that one little challenging one, which is just 3-on-1, which is always going to be the challenging one. Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures. Though rage inducing, I'm putting it there. Because I grew up with the nerd, and this game, though I hadn't played it originally, it's the good kind of rage inducing because it's still fun and you still get a bunch of like old nostalgia from the angry video game nerd within this game. Just ignore the fact that the Bimmy and Jimmy level is like the worst thing in human history. Actually, you know what? I'm putting it now. Now I think about it, putting it back here. Nah, I'll put it in front of McPixel 3. Ed, Edd n Eddy, The Misadventures. This I wanted it to be good. I really did. I really wanted it to be good, but it just isn't fun. Sure, it can be fun at first, but then it gets boring and boring and boring, and it's 6 levels long. Like my complaint about the Dexter game, it's not that long of a game. And then it makes you feel like you're playing an episode of the show, but what cost when it's boring as shit? It's not even like fun in the sense Dexter's Lab was. And I love the Ed, Edd n Eddy show. I really did. But the game, not so much. I played it on the PS2. Okay. So we got all that. SmackDown, shut your motherfucking mouth. Season mode. Putting it there. Here's why I didn't put it at excellent. Because the season mode, I played it with Eddie Guerrero. The season mode, it's not your story. Sure, you can win the title, you can win all this shit and this, that. You could do all that. I became 3-time world champion and 1-time tag champ. Still haven't defended the tag titles since winning them with Booker T. I played as Eddie. It's not your story. It's Vince versus Ric Flair. That's the story that you're stuck in. You're stuck in that story. I spit everywhere. You're stuck in that story. Against your will. It's not fun just being stuck in that story. But other than that, the gameplay's fun, the game is fun, and the rest of the game is good. It's just that one little flaw puts it down to here. Part of me wants to put it over here, but no, I'll put it right here. The Simpsons game. I'm putting you here. No, I'll put you here. The Simpsons game. It's a game. That okay. That's being mean. The Simpsons game was fun. I played it a lot on the 360 when I was a kid. Of course, recently I got a new 360, so that's why. So I played this on PS2. But yeah, it was still a fun game now. Like, it's not terrible. It's still fun. So that's that. The Simpsons game is still fun to this day. In the year 2024, even when you have to do Dance Dance Revolution with God. Yeah, think about that. That was the worst part of the game. Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. Oh boy. What can I say about Back to the Multiverse? Meh. Very back of the meh. It's not a terrible game. It's just boring at times and uninventive. All it is that you go and kill Bertram. That's all it really is. That's. I haven't finished the PS2 game. I rage quit that shit. Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. More disappointing than bad. It's not a bad game, it's just meh in my eyes. Batman Arkham Asylum. What can I say? It's excellent. It's amazing. One of my favorite video games of all time is Batman Arkham Asylum. The Batman Arkham series is obviously iconic, except for Suicide Squad, which I did not finish. But it's the Arkham trilogy that we all go back and watch. Or play, I mean. It's the trilogy that everyone goes back to look at. And may I say, well deserved. Loved Arkham Asylum. Loved replaying it today. Loved replaying it this year. Next year and next month, we're going to be starting Arkham City, so get ready. PewDiePie Legend of the Brofist. Okay, listen. It was fun. It was really fun going through old school YouTube and cringing when Cryotic showed up. Like that's the only thing, but that didn't age well was Cryotic because we know what he did. We all know he did things with that mind. That's neither here nor there. PewDiePie Legend of the Brofist is still a fun game, despite that one part. It's just PewDiePie going off to face off against a bunch of barrels. The army of barrels. That's all it is. Nicktoons Globs of Doom. This game I was playing earlier this year. And then didn't finish till later because my original save game corrupted. And I must say, oh wait, hold on. And then it's going back here. It's going down here. It's going right there. It's boring. It's really boring. It's not shit. Like I'm pretty sure if you had another player, you could probably have a bit of fun with it. But other than that, it's just terrible. Other than that, it's just you know what? Yeah, Globs of Doom did not age well. It just was not fun. You know what? No, 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 no. There was at least some funny moments in the cutscenes, so at least save it from being down here. So yeah. Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Earlier this year, I played the story mode, and I was about ready to just put it like right here, just for the story mode alone. Then I did the arcade towers, and I changed my mind. I see why people didn't like Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. I see why now. Why they didn't like it. I really now see why. Mortal Kombat Armageddon Conquest mode, it was fun. It was a fun little time. Playing as Taven, going through the realms, and going to face Blaze. Took me a few tries to beat Blaze, but I got to beat Blaze. That was fun. Yeah. It was a fun little time. It was just it annoyed me how delusional Taven was. So yeah. It was just how delusional he was just annoying. The arcade towers that ended this year, they were meh. And then sure, when I played the story mode last year, I put it up here. After the arcade towers and the DLC expansion, it's going to meh. It goes down a few. I like the DLC expansion, but the arcade towers could be like a bit boring. And now with the new DLC coming out, that's the new combat pack that's coming out. It's like I still got more to do. Not looking forward to playing those. I'll tell you that much. But once I'm done with Tekken 8, we'll get back into some Mortal Kombat 1. But no, Mortal Kombat 1 will not be appearing on this list next year. I swear to God. Ghostbusters, the video game. I chose to play this after I watched the movies, and I must say, put it right here. It was fun. Even the remaster I played on the Switch for Ghostbusters, it was fun. Ghostbusters the game was fun. It was great. It was a great time. It was a great game to play. It just was. Even you just get to play as your own little Ghostbuster instead of taking control of any of the four that we knew. You get your own little rookie who you play as the fifth Ghostbuster. Mortal Kombat Deception, Conquest Mode. I don't want to put it down here. I was originally going to put it down here, but I'm going to put it right here. Conquest Mode. It sucked. All it was just training and bad voice acting and anticlimactic ending that you have to place Yujinko's arcade tower to get. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's nothing else. Nothing else. The Punisher, the arcade game. Putting it right here. Punisher, the arcade game was a fun arcade experience. Hands down. It was. Even if I had to use a bunch of continues. Because I did. I did have to use a bunch of continues, didn't I? Yeah. But that's fine. I don't mind using continues. Because it feels like Punch just wakes up from a coma and just starts shooting a gun again. Killing all the bad guys. Infamous. Oh, man. Put Infamous right here. No, I'll put Infamous right here. I'm debating on where I want to put Infamous, man. Infamous was such a good game to play. It was excellent, man. Infamous was just excellent. I loved Infamous. Sure, it took me over a month to beat in the Everyday series, but it was still excellent. I didn't mind taking a month to beat it. It was fun. And then when I did beat it, it was so rewarding. And a twist ending that left me a bit satisfied, honestly. So Infamous on the PS3, you're going there. Pro wrestling. It was fun. It was fun. I won the title, man. I won the title. It was fun. Shockingly, the first wrestling game ever made, and it's still fun to this day, man. It's still fun to play. Hands down. And you can't deny me that. And finally, the final game I beat in the year 2024 on Twitch streams was Lollipop Chainsaw. And you know what? Put it right there. Another excellent game. I played it on the 360. I beat it in one stream. You can watch that whole VOD on my Twitch. You can watch it. I beat it on stream. It's a great game. It's great. Excellent even. Bit perverted, but still. And ladies and gentlemen, that is our list. As you can see, the worst games were the two Watchmen games, and then in bad you got Globs of Doom, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Attack of the Toybots, First Frights, Mortal Kombat vs. DC, and then in meh you got Deception, Back to the Multiverse, Cartoon Network, Born Conspiracy. You got Mandark's Lab, 2K24, Mortal Kombat 1, and then in good you got a bunch like Octodad, Armageddon, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Turtles in Time, MechPixel 3, The Punisher, the arcade game, of course, The Simpsons game, AVGN, Pro Wrestling, Teen Titans, Ghostbusters, the Turtles arcade game, the first one, SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, MechPixel 1, PewDiePie Legend of the Brofist, Spawn Armageddon, and then an excellent Infamous, Lollipop Chainsaw, Tekken 8, Batman Arkham Asylum. And those four are in my running for my top 10 favorite games of all time. I'm just saying. Just saying. And that was the first times I played Tekken 8, Lollipop Chainsaw, and Infamous. So, thank you for watching this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this list. This was a long video. I've been recording for 35 minutes just putting this list together. Just putting it together, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. I will see you guys in the next video next year. We'll do this again next year. Let's see how many games I can beat next year, because I already have a lot of games planned. See ya.